I have a friend that said that if he comes back, if you give him a second chance, that he's going to make the same mistake. You make those mistakes.
You want to be who he probably is.
That those mistakes help you. Those wrong choices help you. Every day we sit as businessmen, business ideas come, opportunities come. But when you look bank account to be honest, you go use school fees, go invest.
So these are
the constraints. Okay, and in the financial sector, it's not a place where you can just walk in and get it, take a loan.
It's not
a place where you
not
can
a walk
just
in the park.
It's not. Yes.
The greatest hindrance to a child's greatness, is the parents.
There's nothing that makes a man fulfilled than continuity of legacy.
Yeah.
Continuity of whatever thing
The
I have
lineage.
worked for. Let it continue.
Yeah.
Let me be saying that I am handing over something
If not, what
to this guy.
It is what it is. It is what it is. By Victor and Casey.
As a young man, or like I say as a guy, there are a lot of responsibilities expected of you. And I think maybe even at when we were young, maybe we saw it, but we probably didn't know how heavy what we were supposed to carry when we, grew up. We knew that, man has certain responsibilities and all. What do you think you would have? What would have made you even better now? If you learned it or picked it earlier, what do you think would have made things even better for you?
This question is very broad.
But let's say one thing. Something.
Because you are not exactly sure of what the outcome of that thing would have been.
So let me give an instance.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Let me give an instance. I feel if I was more financially literate, do you understand? I will be in a different place. I am where I am now, but I feel that the more grounded I probably would have been, because we can always be better, that's the thing. It could even be in your marriage, it could be in the business you're running, it could be anything. And a lot of people we see, I have, friends, Chino, and you see them operating at a level, but you know that it's because of a certain, let me call it incubation of a period, environment, knowledge, father relationship, that has helped to be a better person or somebody at that level, So what do you think? Because I'm looking at the young man of today, and the world is changing rapidly, and he's worried. Do you understand? Because I don't know whether to say this, but I think we are a bit lucky. Our let's say
Generation.
we just scale. Because look at to get married now.
It's very difficult.
To get married now is not.
If I may say something,
Right.
I believe we humans, we are spiritual beings. We exist, go deep in a multi-dimensional space.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we when we're growing up, we had desires as when we were little boys.
Yeah.
Some of us wanted to be pilots, military men, doctors, lawyers. So when we're growing up, our environment, we had people we're looking up to.
Yeah.
That role models.
Yeah.
Maybe them, we didn't know they were role models.
Yeah.
People. So some of us wanted to be priests. You look at the priest, you like Malta, you want to be a priest. As you're growing up, maybe when you get into secondary school, you want to be
a priest anymore. Why don't you want to be? But continue.
You've left that. Maybe you've seen life, you say, no, this priest that are sick, okay, I want to be a military man. When you're growing up and now realize, no military man, they
will die.
Yeah.
When they take control, they take control.
So
Okay.
now, instead you are a teenager or maybe you just got into university, you've experienced freedom.
Okay.
You wouldn't want anything to hold you back.
Okay.
You wouldn't want anybody to tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Remember, some people, they've started rebelling against the parents.
Yeah.
So
Teenage.
they've tested freedom.
Yes.
So that is another dimension of the
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Move from there. So when you come, remember that your environment really, really affects
It
you.
shapes you.
So the university you went, the university I went, the environment, the kind of lifestyle
Yeah.
you lived in,
A lot of influences.
had a lot of influence. So there are people that went to the university where it was all about boom.
Just
There are people that went to, like in my university, though, went to university. I didn't have hostel. We were living off campus. So we still having that independent lifestyle of living on your own, pay the bills,
It makes sense.
everything.
Makes sense.
So some people went to university where they leave the hostel. So remember also, before the university stage, there is secondary school stage. Some people went to boarding school.
Yes.
And you can't tell me the mindset of someone that went to boarding school
It's different.
from the
Completely
mindset that
different.
went
Yeah.
to
True. True.
So you because of the person spends most of his person that went to day school, most of his life with friends outside, environment at
home.
Then for me, I went to boarding school. So we spend most of our life with the guys in the dormitory.
True.
Every day we see the same guys who crack joke, who make friends.
Yeah.
So you see that difference.
Yeah.
So you realize that also
Influence. Influence. Yeah. It shapes. Yeah.
they get into the university environment.
Yeah.
Shapes you.
Yeah.
So people that went to somewhere like Unilag, the environment, like
Influence. Yeah. It's different. It's different.
from which
It's
I
different.
went to the
To the
Southeast.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So
Yeah.
their lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because there are people that see friends do stuff from you, like what they're talking about will be like, where is
Was
it from?
true.
Do you understand? So you realize those things shape.
Oh, yeah, there you are. Hello, my name is May, and I am the Executive Director of Melifon Grove Apartments in Abuja. Melifon Grove Apartments is one of a kind. It's not the regular. At Melifon Grove, we have 2-bedroom apartments and 1-bedroom apartments. You know what? While making this apartment, you actually had in your mind. We have carefully designed it and we have fitted in all that you need to have a home. So you may ask yourself, why would you want to come to Melifon Grove Apartments? I'll tell you why. In Melifon Grove Apartments, your safety is 100% assured. We have CCTV cameras all round the facility. And again, at Melifon Grove Apartments, we conduct daily cleaning. Our housekeeping is done every day. We understand how important it is to have a healthy environment. Also at Melifon Grove Apartments, we have a bar and a restaurant where we serve all kinds of dishes, ranging from local dishes to continental dishes. It is easily accessible and affordable. At Melifon Grove, you have the best of the luxury at your disposal. So you know what to do, right? Why don't you contact us, DM us, and book your stay? Looking forward to hosting you. See you at the apartment. Thank you.
I have a friend that said that if he comes back, if you give him a second chance, that he's going to make the same mistake. You make those mistakes.
You want to be who he probably is.
That those mistakes helped him. Those wrong choices helped him to shape who he is.
Yeah.
I think very successful young man.
Okay.
So he said that he believed that when he comes back, he believed that he made some choices which were some were good, some were not good. He made some friends that most times his parents will tell him those
Don't follow.
but those friends actually taught him some
many
things.
things.
And also made him streetwise.
Well, that's key.
Very important.
That's key.
I have an uncle that says that his son is too.
It's too calm.
It's too calm.
It's not streetwise.
It's not streetwise.
Do you understand? So he wants his son to be streetwise like him, to learn how to navigate this life.
Yeah.
Do you understand that he's too laid back?
Right.
He's too dependent on his own street
Structure.
Okay.
So that's why some parents will tell you, I want my child to go through boarding school so that at early stage
They know.
they become independent. They start mixing with people from different homes, different background.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you see, you start structuring your child's set. Some of them will say, no, I want my child to go to a Nigerian university. I have the money.
First of all,
then maybe they can do
their masters. Yeah.
So there are some certain things. Some will tell you, I regret sending my children out.
Yeah. True.
Do you understand? That I wish they did their first degree here, then maybe master. So, but it's not all they say, like we say, choices.
Yeah.
Do you understand? We went to university where we were allowed to. We were free. We went to parties, departmental shows and everything. We artists came, we, performed. In short, our own school, there is no once we close from lecture, we all go back to our different houses. There's nothing like a confined.
No.
Now I think yes, the music now I think they've
been able to sort that out. Yeah.
So everything you live on your own, you take care of yourself. Then we that went to boarding school, we could see the difference. For those that this is their first time of being independent in the university,
to show.
they were like trying to know what to do, how to get. But you just
Move on.
because you've been used to that. So then after, you will go for NYSC.
Yeah, NYC.
You meet
Very
people
special period.
from different
Background, yeah.
backgrounds of
Yeah.
life. Then you now leave.
Sorry.
Then you now start thinking, what's the way forward? You get to seek for job. Some people went into
That's
the
a very serious time
banking
in the
sector.
life.
Sure, I have the friend that said he graduated with her class. He said that she's great faith.
That he graduated with that doctor's class.
That
Yeah.
he wouldn't have pushed him
Yeah.
to become how successful
He was.
So maybe he graduated with well, would have ended up maybe lecturer Bangalore,
Somewhere,
working 9 to 5.
yeah.
Well, he knew he had nowhere to go to, nobody to fend for him, so he had to.
He was no backup plan.
It was his backup. Was his backup
Yeah.
plan.
I know they say that saying. Who is on the ground?
Yes, let's go.
I did tell you.
So no shame. The shame is already there.
Yeah.
So man, I have to. I don't
have to move.
No choice again.
but to do what to be successful.
To do what I got to
This
do.
this is a word to the person. We're not saying that anybody should go and end up with third class.
Because next thing,
Because that's the same, man.
to be successful first.
You have But basically, we're saying that life is a journey, and no matter what life throws at you, or whatever it is, you can actually use it for your own advantage.
Yes.
You can actually use it for your own advantage. I think that's
Wherever you find yourself, I think that is say that if success, if you desire success, the way you desire your next breath,
I did tell you. Speak up.
To drive you.
Speak up. Speak up. Yeah.
So, when I and my friends we came to Abuja here, maybe some of us NYSC, and we were drinking and we sat down. You see, we don't get choices.
There's no choice.
We don't have any other choice but
Let's
To make it happen.
Unless you want to go back to
do
the.
you want to go back? No. So your network, the kind of people you work, the advice you listen to,
Yeah.
you're a man on your own.
Yeah.
Oh, this my friend is getting married, man. Damn, this is time for us.
Yes.
So that-
Yes. This is key.
It's time for us to settle down.
Yeah.
A lot of people successful, because when we're talking of success, it's not just about money, it's not it's not about business, it's about marriage,
The journey. Yeah. The grand scheme of things.
your kids,
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
your relationship with people, your network,
That's
your
it.
relationship with God.
That's it.
I think that's what success is all about. When you sit and look around, yes, we're not where we want to be.
But we've come a long way.
Yeah, we've come a long way. We're not where we were.
Yeah.
How many years ago? So you now tell yourself every year, what must I do? Now, for us that will have families, So it's no longer about your personal goal, but what is the family goal?
Yeah.
So that's it. Family goal.
We talked about family goals.
Family goal.
Factor it into your life because they didn't ask for it. You brought them into the. So your wife was there. You called her. Your wife proposed, but you called your wife and said,
Because now wives are proposing now.
John, it's a new thing.
It's a new trend now.
Some guys they answer. Some people they answer their soulmate. They don't know.
Live.
That's a new dimension.
That's a new dimension.
So I think for me.
So yes, because in our last episode, I know we talked about these family goals. Do you do it with your wife? Do you set family goals?
Yes, and most times, you don't. Sometimes it takes discipline and intention.
Yes.
To see you through. Because
it's one thing to set the goal.
It is one thing to set the goal. The next thing is to start
applying it. Yes.
It's not easy because she has her own life,
Of
career.
course.
You have your own. You people can say, okay, let's do this, let's do that. Next thing, your child's goal, your child's life will come and disrupt
it. Yeah, true.
And you have to just abandon everything to attend to that. Then you have to circle back.
Yes, you have to navigate back.
Ability
to navigate.
Yeah, that's accountability to the goals now.
So you could set a goal middle of the year.
Yeah.
You could set a goal beginning of the year. You could set a goal. You can even start now. Do you understand? To set goals
for direction purposes.
Purposes. And also you have you and your partner. You must come in agreement. Right.
Okay.
To say this is what we have to do. So your partner becomes your accountant.
So how about those that set goal for everybody?
It's I think you stand with your family first, your partner first.
No, that's what he's saying. He's saying that. How about those who set goal for everybody in the family, innit?
Do you understand? Like
they say now, you are my first son. This is what I want you to be doing from age 1 to 5.
You know that happens.
Age 5 to 10. The same with you have a picture that you want your different children to attain.
Even for your wife. So for me, my own school of thought, that's not my. But I know that there are people who they have a picture of what
of how they want their children to be.
Do you understand?
I want their children. This one should be.
Yes,
this one,
and that's why we do that even without writing it down. We do it
systematically.
No, even systematic. We don't even know when we do it. When we're choosing schools for our children, they didn't choose the schools. We choose the schools.
At a level, yeah.
True.
Yes.
At a level.
Yeah, that is also because they are not very well knowledge about it.
Because kids are kids, they can't make decisions for us. So you believe you're making the right decision for them.
True.
When it comes to the kind of school they attend, when it comes to the kind of way you want them to dress and look, then when it comes to the kind of things you want them to listen to, those are actually goals you said, but because you didn't really
write them
and everything, that doesn't mean you've not been setting goals for them. Even your wife, they can sometimes you tell you, even your wife sets goals
for you.
They kind of hang out, you guys.
Those
who can want to go on a vacation, anniversary, okay, our kids. Some people will be like, okay, we'll celebrate birthdays. Some family will tell we don't celebrate birthdays. These are goals.
These are so it's a cultural thing we're building.
See, you need to know both of you. That's why it has to be two of you. Your partner might say, or your husband and wife might say, hey, babe, I want to do this, but remember we say we shouldn't do this. I know he said that if we start this birthday thing,
can we sustain it?
So the guy is against the
celebration of
birthday party every year. Why don't we just do like a milestone?
The milestones.
When his kid gets to this place,
5 years, 10 years,
maybe teenage, maybe 13. We do a birthday
key moment,
rather than doing so that we'll be able to keep. And so let's say that I've never celebrated birthday for my 1-year-old child because there's no memory. The person doesn't remember. The person you're celebrating.
I think you're doing it for yourself.
You're doing it with your guys. You guys are just partying because the child doesn't have any memory of anything.
Like you remember your 1-year birthday. I just the picture. I remember. I see the picture. They tell me that was your 1-year-old birthday.
That's the thing.
So I think a 1-year-old, the pictures are key. That's why when it comes to events, I don't joke with
Pictures.
Because
they tell your story.
Yeah. Yeah, because after the event finishes,
that's all you have.
There's a particular event that I probably had. I can't remember what that is, but it was from that event that I stopped joking with covering. Yeah. So I came to a point where that event passed, no memory of it. So at that point, that's why I told my wife that every key event has to be captured for memory
purposes.
So thank God with cell phones. Do you understand? And the iCloud and everything. So the thing is, that one, pictures are necessary. Family goals, necessary. Success is a journey.
It's a journey.
It's not, you can't say I'm not, it's a journey. You transcend from one stage to another. You had the stage where it was all about management, the child upbringing. The time will come, we all will be going for our children's wedding.
True.
You understand? So it's a journey.
It's a journey.
An end point.
Yeah.
There is not a destination.
It's not a destination. So it's a journey through life.
It's a journey through life. You see some old men be like, I'm successful. Why? He said, because none of my children
that's his own. That's his own.
Huge success.
So that my children, they all discuss and chat with each other.
Huge success. They always want to see people together.
Enmity. He just wants peace in the family. They respect even the first respect, the last respect. So, and you realize that my in-law, daughter or son-in-law, they don't have issue. I think a man in his 70, 80, seeing that his family is at peace. And their children and their partners are at peace. I think to me, we'll count it as successful.
So, but let me ask. And I know you said something about like school, selecting of school. So, Casey, let me ask. At what age did you start choosing the school you wanted to go to?
So this question is deep. Just to answer directly, I started when I was about getting into secondary
school. Okay.
Secondary school. So as a younger adult or as a teenager, I started to have conversations or put myself in rooms that concerned my future.
Are you serious?
So I didn't leave it to chance. I didn't leave it to my dad. I didn't leave it to my mom to take decisions for me. So at that age, I knew about all the federal government colleges. Wow. Since he said he wanted me to go to FGCs. So I started having conversations with my older friends who were in such FGCs. And I started hearing subtly how some schools, things that used to happen.
This is giving me some
flashbacks. Yeah, so I knew that at the time, FGC Janiki, which was the FGC for Lagos, was a top place to be.
Okay.
However, we just heard that the competition
was stiff
because at the time Lagos was still capital.
But there was also King's College there too.
There was KC, there was FGC.
I think both of them.
Lagos. But KC was Just Boys. So that's the. So
there's also an issue with people who went to Just Boys.
Boys school. I didn't want to go to Just Boys. So at that point,
why don't you want to go to Just Boys?
What's the reason? Just so that I can be in an environment where the opposite sex is, and we can start to function early. start to function early, right? So I started having those conversations, and some places where I hear about this school, I was like, no. This one I hear at this school, it's very happening and all of that stuff. So at that point, I started having those conversations about where I wanted to go. Eventually, both because of catchment area, cutoff, and all those things.
Yeah, true.
Because those things were also, I was able to get Okiwe. First of all, my dad said what his desire was that he wanted me to school around the east. Since I was born, and bred in Lagos.
Okay.
And he wouldn't want me
to
still be in that setting.
Yes.
Since I'm an Igbo boy, that let me go and stay closer to
your
my roots. So it was that time. It was between FGC Port Harcourt, FGC Enugu, and FGC Okigwe.
Okay.
Those were the FGCs that were there at the time.
Okay.
So that was when those conversations started for me. Now, when I was done with secondary, when it was time to go for uni,
you see what happened? You wanted to go to Lagos.
Personally,
yes.
If you leave me, I would have remained.
You see why a father rule? You see that parental rule?
Yeah,
they still shape. They still have that over you. He now said, Lagos is good.
Yeah, but
from your conversation. But you see, I will tell you. So he allowed you to make your decision. You feel you made your decision, but he navigated you to where he wanted you to be. And as an obedient child, because you see you wise,
that he knows more.
He's more experienced. He's your father at that young age. This is where, since my father said he wants me to come here, then so you remember what he said. He fine-tuned your mind. That's him wanting you to disapprove his bidding. He started telling you Unity School. The FGCs were called Unity School.
At the time, they were the best at the time.
At
that time, they were
to get
everybody was looking forward to.
Looking Lagos, looking and everything. You told him Lagos. Said, no problem. But this is where it will make sense. But you need to learn about your roots. So you see, indirectly.
So if I may ask, if you were told to go to school again, would you have still wanted to go to that Lagos, or you feel that the path you now took as regards the fact that you're thinking about it? That means it is not it's not clear that the path you took was the most that was eventually the most desirable or the most beneficial.
So in retrospect, now I would have. It comes into, there are two dimensions.
Of course.
Now I have this dimension whereby, because the southeast was farther, it allowed me to gain independence at a young age.
Good.
So there was no, my house is 1 hour away. My house is.
So when you were falling out to school, you know that
when you move,
but you are in no man's land now.
You have moved. And you are on your own solely. So what that thing did for me is that it
made you step up,
calibrated my independence.
This is it.
It's calibrated my independence mindset. So that thing made me to know that, homeboy, you are your backup. Just know. So once we take that bus from Lagos, now to you was saying Okolu that time. Once we enter that CN Okolu, it's still end of first term, and sometimes I might not come back till long back.
Are you serious?
That's
so maybe
how,
you just go to the village.
Then you now go. So those things forced me.
So that's what it built the culture.
There was no flight that time. And the people will not say because of 3 days you should not start entering motor coming to Lagos.
They go.
So you go village.
Okay.
Run things with village
people.
Enter motor.
This is important.
And that's what he wanted.
This is important. So he saw far ahead.
Yes.
So you see that thing you said, vision for the family members. Parents do this.
However, I also feel, I agree that parents do it, but I feel that it has to be deliberate in our mind as parents to be navigating our children to a point where they are able to start forming their own vision, their own mind, their own
perspective
early. as early as possible. Very, very important. You know, so while we are guiding them, because as much as possible, we would guide them from various values and principles, but we must also pay attention to the times that we are in.
True.
So that we don't straitjacket them
exactly
to an old time.
Using our perspective.
Yes.
Using our perspective.
Yes.
Because I didn't finish my dimension in that. Like you were.
Okay.
So the other dimension was that I went to KC or IJ at the time. Maybe I would have had networks.
Okay. So this is another part. This is another part. Okay.
Like
so this is
very very
solid network.
Solid. That's it.
That's the other part.
It's not like I don't have.
Yeah, but it could have been.
It's not the same. Because when I look at some of my guys who finish from those places, they have some of those not western, like southwest networks. You know, which could have also thrown up different things which you wouldn't have been sure of.
True.
But do you understand what I'm saying?
You know, that's when I came. That's when I came. That we are multi-dimensional. Yes. I believe that's why some physicists will tell you there is a part of you when we desire something or we have a dream or goal to achieve something. Maybe you want to become, let's say, a chef. You desire it, you thought of it. Do you know you stay existing in that realm?
Yes. A new being is born. Doing
or
it. Is incubation.
But you still focus on what you're
doing physically, yeah.
But once in a while,
you still visit that.
You still visit that thing. I wish, if I had time, I wish this is something I would like to do. Do you know what is happening? Is that part of you is already
metamorphosis? Yes.
Is doing.
I'm crying out. Yes. I like this.
I'm crying out.
Crying out because it wants to be.
Calling.
Like as I'm being called.
Like now.
Somewhere.
Where are you called?
That's why you see some people.
Castle Rock. It's calling me.
You understand? So it keeps crying out.
Yeah.
And when you find yourself in an environment or in a discussion to talk about that thing, the way you talk about it, someone would think that you're a chef already.
That's the passion.
The being is already living.
Yes.
He's living. That's why it's living in you. You're not a chef, but the way you describe, because you envision the way you describe how you run your kitchen, how you run your menu.
So this man done.
You understand? So you start realizing that if you keep you are tutoring people. Some people will be like, do you have a kitchen? You say no. Say, I think you should have a kitchen. Just like how you be talking. You are in the finance industry, you'll be talking, and somebody will be like, man, guy, you should be giving lectures.
You own a bank.
Or you should be giving talks. Lectures.
Yes.
Do you have a platform where you give talk to you to say no? Say you should. You see,
these are
of you. See, we are a multi-dimensional
species.
So if that's why you see some people, they want to be an actor. They go into acting. That actor next thing becomes a musician. That musician next thing becomes a sportsman. Maybe playing golf, basketball. We know most of them.
Do
you understand? Then that person becomes maybe a philanthropist. So the person is living out all the callings, the potentiality
buried
in him. So now, it happens mostly in the Western world because they have that opportunity. Here, it's like it's caged. The most of us here, we are see, Nigeria is full of talent, but what's killing us is most of us are living in a survival mode.
We spoke about that in one of our
episodes. Survival. So it doesn't pressing. So you don't even have time to
branch out.
You can't just branch out.
Branch out.
When some motivational speakers tell you that, no, you try and fail. How? Don't fail. It's their time to fail. There's no time. You don't want to. If you fail
can be in this environment. You might not recover.
you go back to village.
Yeah, you might not
Even the
recover.
village people will reject
Will reject
you. You say which guy. So when you
might
hold
not
one
recover.
thing,
Yeah.
we hold on to it,
Yeah,
keep running with
yeah.
it. Why our other dimension that
Are crying.
please, I am here calling for your attention. I am here. You've not yet attended to me. You've not yet fully lived your life.
This man don't enter
We don't. That's why you see some people, when they get out of this place, they will be able to do anything. And another thing that can help a man live out all his life or to fulfillment is riches, wealth. You know, when you have money, you can do whatever you want. And
Wealth gives you options. You have options.
Options, financial freedom.
Yeah, you have options.
Do you understand? We have some people from skit making, and you know, for a married man with family,
I'm very, very particular.
yeah.
Because guys are not marrying as young as guys
I
were
remember my
supposed
uncle
to.
that they got married 22, 24.
Do you understand? The guys are not married.
22, 24.
These are children.
Wifey 22.
Yes.
That uncle
These are
34.
kids, man.
So when Ojukwu, when did he lead the
True,
war? Buhari, when was he the head of state? Go on,
That's
they were in the
true.
30s.
That's true.
Early 30s.
30s.
Early 30s. And they were doing a lot.
Yeah.
Why? Food wasn't a problem.
So
They could take and that was what I said. Well, we're too careful now.
We're too careful.
We're too careful.
Any miswaka is detrimental.
food
though.
wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
Housing wasn't a problem.
So the basics.
Everything was electricity. You don't think of all those things.
The basics, man. The basics.
So you see a young man, he wants to be a president, he start pursuing his political career as a president.
Early.
I'm not saying that most
gives
people are
all.
not doing it.
Yeah.
But how many young men in their 20s and 30s are into politics? Even in their 40s.
You understand?
Even in the 50s.
Even in 40s, self, you're
It's
calculating
like
it.
an old people thing.
Like even at 40s,
They
you're
will say
even
it's an old people
scared.
thing. But these people that will say are old people started in their 20s and
I did
30s.
tell you.
That's when they start pursuing their political career.
Yeah.
So you're on a survival mode, you're trying to settle bills and everything. And one idea will just come and you'll be like, hi, to say I get this money now, for just try
Run one or
this
two.
thing. Do you understand
Run
where I'm
one or
coming
two.
from?
Run one or
Imagine
two.
somebody will come with a business. Every day we sit as businessmen, business ideas come, opportunities come.
coming.
But when you look bank account to your house, you go use school fees, go invest.
So these are
These are the constraints. Okay, and in the financial sector, it's not a place where you can just walk in
You
and
have a
get
lot
it,
of
take a loan.
options. It's not a
It's not a place where you
not
can
a walk
just
in the park.
It's
No.
not, yes. But
not a walk
over
in.
there, as
Before you
long
go tie
as you
yourself
want to
with
go
one.
to university and you're a citizen, then you give you students loan.
But that
Yes,
loan,
they-
they hang person.
No,
Eventually.
but
Have
most
they
of them,
forgiven
they
it?
walk.
They work
They walk
their
their way out. They
yeah.
stay even working while they're still in college. They pick up a part-time job.
That's that.
Okay, in Nigeria, where you're talking about, how many university students do part-time job? How many? When you were growing up, did you see how many people?
When we were
Very
growing up,
few
we didn't. But now a lot of them are doing
are
it.
doing it about
Yeah.
them.
They have to
How
do-
many?
yeah.
That's why
a lot of them are doing it.
it's like the Gen Zs. They have mind.
Very special people.
Very special people.
Gen Z will greet you.
They would say they are laid back because of because of the way we were trained raised. They find their own is they find a way to the shortcut to just get to the end point, and they get it there. While you are still following the process.
They are still following the process, my brother. These will not jump process.
They jump process and they find their way, and that's the courage they have. That's why they achieve a lot
Early.
by sitting down. They achieve
Early.
a lot early. But yes, there is always importance for process. You see, process.
Yeah. They
Don't
say,
take it away.
yeah,
You can't
they
take
say
it
grow up, don't just grow up, so that you don't fall without any foundation.
So all these things, the way what you went through, the process you went through,
Yeah, it has it.
yes, it's part of the
It's part of the
success.
journey.
Some of them make millions at a very young age. They didn't go through process, but they've hacked the way to make the money.
And sometimes
Because
this
that
money
process
destroys
knows
them.
how to, the
Destroy
process
it.
knows how to discipline you.
Yeah, that's what the process. Yeah, the process. Yes.
Do you understand? You might be looking for 20 billion right now. And they give you that 20 billion and you see one flashy car, you'll be like, because while you're in the process, your dreams are getting bigger.
Yes. Yes. No.
Responsibilities are
Or just killing.
in short, there is a money that will enter your account. Instead of you just go
Just
and
calm down.
go for retreat 1 month as
First,
to cool your head.
yes. Keep the money first. Go.
So to be able to start
To know what you want to do.
with
Yeah.
this.
What you want to do.
Yes.
Very no.
So
I
do you
know
know what
you
that
want to
thing? Because of the process, you've killed the poverty mentality. Yes, it kills it. It gives you self-discipline. You now know that this money, I don't know if it will come again.
Because that's it.
So you start being careful on how you spend it.
Yeah.
You that have a family, you want to start putting your children on trust fund kids, securing their future.
True.
Now, what are those business ideas? You know, hunger begets talent.
Hunger begets talent.
When you are hungry, ideas will come.
Yes.
But when there is money, there's some people say that why is it that the wealthy people, they lack ideas?
True.
They now have young people to pick ideas from. They have the money, you have the idea, we'll come together and enhance it.
But
when you are hungry, down to nothing,
Yeah.
you'll be telling yourself, if I have 1 million, the way if I do like this, do like this, do like this, do like this, I'll multiply it.
But there's also there's another kind of hunger. I think there's a different level. There's a level of hunger that to see food to eat, like to survive.
But that hungry man still has dreams and vision.
True. Most times,
See, you see that hungry man. Give that man that has not eaten 3 days 1 billion. He will spend money, but if he has a wealth mindset, a poor man, some poor men have wealth mindset.
True. Yeah.
They will eat.
Yeah.
But they
know
tell
that
themselves, man, this thing might not come again.
Let me
start building that dream vision. So if you still give 2 people 1 billion naira, and for God's sake,
what happens eventually shows you who they really are.
It's the mindset, yes. Some will do right investment, some will borrow the money.
Ball it.
Some will also might also do investment, but because some say it's luck, but because of the kind of investment, it might go down south.
It might go left, yeah.
The other man, that's where no matter what we do, you cannot remove some divine intervention like luck, grace.
Yeah, no, that is part of. I think it's part of everybody's journey.
That's why you always say, ask God for guidance. See, ask Him for guidance. Some people, not even at their young age, in their 40s, 50s, I know how many fathers that. In short, the fastest thing that kill a man is not even bad life, it's bad investment.
Told you.
Bad investment.
Where you have an expectation that this seed will yield this fruit. Now that seed doesn't yield the fruit as expected, or doesn't even yield at all.
Yes. And you know when that investment
it kills somebody.
That's when that investment, when it goes down, so most men cannot recover.
Yeah.
That thing has killed a lot of people though.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I was telling you that if you have an expectation your child is supposed to behave a certain way, when you sacrifice
that's true.
every and anything at the time,
and
sold your houses, you manage yourself, sold land, sold your car,
to put your child
sold everything sellable, and the person maybe after a while doesn't pick your call, or after a while something just takes his attention, doesn't even care about you. That's where the problem starts.
It's almost looking like a life was wasted.
So you see another angle and another dimension or another stage of success when you see your children are doing well.
Yeah.
So imagine when after everything a man has told, daughter back from the husband's house, son squandering money, cannot even keep it.
Just irresponsibilities up and down.
That is when you realize at that stage, a man will be like, with all this,
vanity upon
vanity, nothing to show for it. Wife might even leave you and go and live with the daughter in the US or the son and leave you abscond. You alone.
Go full of man.
So you now
alone,
sit
man.
alone.
And now,
do you know how many men? There's an association I belong in, and they are complaining that they had known, they wouldn't have sent their children outside.
You see?
That they would have
You
kept
see
them
this?
here. And why is it that so many wealthy families do it? So what they do is that they create opportunity for their children. So after studying, they come back. Even most Chinese people, they do it. They go to school in UK and you go back. That thing you've learned, come here. Okay, the other day, Dangote just announced the 3 daughters.
Putting them into the...
They're the ones in charge of most of heading the different businesses. The 3 daughters.
You're about to say something now.
Yeah, he asked a question. Why is it that I think it was a question that you were asking, that why is it that wealthy people send their children and come back? You know, so it's also multifaceted. Because some people send their kids and the kids say they ain't coming back.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
that's another issue again.
Yeah,
that's another
they are
issue.
not coming back. That Nigeria,
nah,
whatever you have,
keep it.
No, that won't happen.
I'm continuing from here. Now, there's nothing that makes a man fulfilled than continuity. Continuity of legacy.
Yeah.
Continuity of whatever thing
The
I have
lineage.
worked for. Let it continue.
Yeah.
Let me be saying that I am handing over something
If not, what was
to this guy. Let it not be that after all of these things, after all of this, everything I have labored for is going, because there's nobody to stand in my stairs to continue. Do you understand? When you see those kids say that they don't care, whatsoever you want to do, just go ahead and do. You feel a certain way.
So to say something, to add to that, something happens that parents don't understand. Most of our fathers, they did those things. How close were you bringing your child to that business?
One.
Secondly, did that business saw your relationship with that child? Because sometimes the children grow up and say, I needed you. I wanted you. But because you chose this business over me. I'm telling you, I know men 50, when you sit them down and talk their relationship with their father, they always go back to say, he abandoned me. A 50-year-old man.
This is
because of
50-year-old
man abandoned me because of his business. He was too busy.
So you see another part to this thing.
Do you understand? So now a child that felt abandoned because of that business, you are now calling me to come and be part of the business that you never wanted me to be. Maybe daddy, I want to come to office with you. Say no.
Stay at home.
So how do you expect me? So at the young age, you see, there is this thing, the Japanese companies, even the Chinese people. During our kids' holidays, do you bring them to come and work?
To
just come and hang around your business. Stay around as a businessman.
Hearing the conversations.
And they will say, I have an idea. Do you give them the opportunity to air their idea, no matter how shallow it may be?
To hear them.
So you have to make them be part of it. You have to make them feel that they are part of this. If you have a business, tell them this is a family business. You have to bring them close. Maybe when they're doing internship, when they're on holidays, you bring them close. It's an advice to every businessman.
But there's another dimension.
So that they will pick interest. At least if you have so many kids, like 3, 4, one of them might
be interested.
So why I say there's another dimension to this is to also consider that you see these kids. You know, I've said it at some point that children are coming from us, but might not necessarily be ours. And I'm saying it because there's a uniqueness to every child. The greatest hindrance to a child's greatness, is the parents.
Yes, because we operate out of fear.
There's a tendency to control. There's a tendency to control. You see that you talked about how parents think about what their children should be. It's like you script the child. Meanwhile, so for instance, you have a child that nature has looked at and said, this cancer we dey. I'm sowing the seed, the ability of this to solve this cancer in this child. Child comes into an environment where parents are lawyers and they're looking at who would further the legacy of the law firm.
Their law,
and they took the guy
inside.
They plan it from the beginning, and the guy starts going into the right schools, preparing.
And maybe when they get to SS class, he said, I want to become a scientist.
One day, the child was watching one movie. Maybe watched what's this
The
house, Mr. House, or something. One thing, and became so
passionate
about what he was seeing. But then they got him back to. So that thing you said about a different something has been born in the fact that he cited, and I think there's something about nature that it will definitely expose you to that calling of yours. It will somehow your path will cross with it, and that person will feel it. However, environment will still has a tendency to suck the person back into what is going on, and the person keeps going. The child becomes a lawyer. Now he becomes a good lawyer, not a bad one.
No, a good lawyer.
Becomes a good lawyer. But somewhere inside him,
something is
not just
he's not fulfilled.
Well. Something is not fulfilled.
So, but we've known better.
Yes.
I remember those days. If you're playing ball, that means you're a useless ball. People are now taking their children to football
academies. Yeah.
But before, imagine our own time. You're playing football and they catch you. And you say you want to be a footballer.
Are you playing?
You want to be a basketballer. But people are purposely taking their children to be a basketball, tennis, sports, music. They used to say music. You are saying you want to sing.
Who are you? Are you?
Like I faced those things.
People,
but you also they call you.
Wait, content creation. Yeah. These are talents.
Yeah, these are talents.
Videography.
Choreography.
So I that's why I said that I feel that we are in a point where as parents, and that's why we have to grow as parents. Why? Because if we don't grow, we have the potential of stifling our children. But when we grow, we open up to okay. So for instance, I read the story of, I think, was it Nike? How he was going after what he was going through and everything. How, he created the Nike shoe and all. One of his greatest pain is that his children hated, I think his first son, the one he really wanted to
take over.
The guy read, like, if not here, I'd rather go here. Do you understand? Like,
what cost it?
That is probably that thing. Now, another thing I want to also see is the fact that can we be comfortable with the fact that this being is different from us?
So definitely.
And if we're not careful, because what happened to that most times in that case is rebelling can even lead to mistaken paths. A child is rebelling that I don't want to, because you say I should go here, I'm not going here. Now, instead of taking time to be attuned to his own calling, he now just, because of anger, just goes into that one because he feels that this is the one that will even upset you that is trying to.
True.
He now loses his path.
Yes, it's true. It happens.
So I'm thinking, and I'm also saying that we are in a place where I think it's also a mindset thing that it might be difficult, but it calls for a lot of humility. That while we are putting our children through the required things, the right school and all, we must be paying attention to the kids, like watching them. So, for instance, I'll give you, like my wife now. She tried to get into what was it she wanted to read? I forgot what she wanted to read. Was it pharmacy? Something. She wanted to read something. She write jam, slam, write the ones down. Her mother now called her and said, "Come. Don't you think you want to try something else?" That's how they looked at her,
Great.
it's like you're doing well in this
Area.
this, economics. So why don't you go for accounting? She entered the accounting. One hand, light the thing. She glided through. She went for her professional slammer. In short, now the slam which is slammer, they use her give example. I did the class now. Where did they use her? She was passing my class and now used her to give example. Say, you see that girl? She's a young girl. She passed all her courses. Sight time. See, I want to know this person better. I want to know her better. Okay. That's how the whole judge. That's what led me to where I am today. Yeah. I'm just saying.
You're just a sharpshooter.
You have to be. No, but that's what we are.
Sometimes children coming out from her.
Do you understand? You see, that's another dimension. That's another dimension.
Someone that can do homework.
Do you understand?
Yeah. Another dimension.
This flesh and blood do not reveal this.
Another dimension.
But guess what? She has been tottling in this part. It comes to her naturally.
Naturally,
It comes to her naturally. And there's another one I don't hear again. Every time I see her, when she comes back from work, does what she needs to do. She takes her phone, whatever. She's watching the series and everything. I got curious about, how you just come and be watching, what are you watching? She can start watching all these gruesome medical series, like where they're operating people that are dying. There was one I was watching, I was like, what's this? What's this one?
But what did she want to do?
Guess what? She now said, one day she was just watching, she just stood up. She said, in my next lifetime, I would have been a medical doctor.
You see? What did we talk about?
You see
that former is still crying out. Yes, I'm doing so
this
well.
Do you understand?
I was supposed to be a
medical doctor.
And if she had stayed on the course, she would have finally gotten it. But you see the love of the parents.
Yeah. They want us.
Seeing her struggle.
Yeah.
Why don't you just do this?
Yeah.
Rather than
probably she had not yet matured enough to pushing her. Giving her the right
help her.
Yes.
That's her dream.
That's her dream.
That's her vision. That's what she wanted.
That's her dream. Yeah. So these things are, because so for instance, I always say that the idea of coaching, I've heard about it and everything. I experienced it real life from my own wife. She probably didn't even know that that's what she did. Is that people say, I wanted to be. I don't think I have ever gotten to a point from growing up where I say I wanted to be. When I go back, I know my dad will ask, what do you want? I'll go and start asking people, what do you want? What do you want to be? I'll just look for one that they see. Because
you're not sure.
So it was always like I was like lost. However, when I met my wife, as you people are seeing, sharpshooter, I was in that part, in the accounting part, and for me, I was just there,
A career.
Thank you. It was her who, because at the point when I now got to meet her, talk, it was from, I need her to help me, to guide me through some of these courses and all that. It was in conversation. You know how we finish doing management accounting, I'll sit down, she's, say, okay, let's do this. And then we'll sit down and start talking about life. And I'm talking, talking about life, philosophy, psychology, this. And she'll just be watching me. This thing happened time. Just like how Eve was watching that time. Right! Jumping around.
That's the thing we keep telling men. The woman has seen you.
The woman has seen my brother. You never see anything.
But she has seen you in your destiny and said, this is the man I will settle down.
One day, I remember we're doing management accounting. We finished. She looked my disposition. I can't enter this area, start the talk. After we finished, as we were just about, finishing, she now asked me, do you think you're in the right path? Especially you ask you a question, your heart will do boom. I'm like, why?
Why?
She's like,
am I feeling?
She said, have you heard yourself when you're talking about these things? Have you paid attention to yourself? I said, I don't understand. Why? What? She said, the you that talks about leadership, psychology, life, this thing, is a different you from the one I saw in this management accounting. And she will be brutally honest with me. So that's one of the things I like about my wife is she's a straight shooter. Say, I'll be brutally honest with you. If you follow this path, even if it will take you a longer time because probably you need to now
build on it,
I think you will be great at it. Nobody ever told me that.
No wonder.
Everybody kept on telling me things like, put more effort. But this person told me.
So this is something we need to learn as parents. To now tell our children and encourage them.
Or looking what? Because I think we're not paying very much attention.
Because it's almost like
and it comes from two places. It comes from a place of ignorance first of the parents, and two, he's just a child. He's just a child. So those things just a child. But there might be skills there. Like, let's say you have a child who is very artistic, whose hands are very everywhere. Or you might just think that he's just not all over the place. You know, not looking to see that there could be
something.
In the name of trying to make sure that the child becomes that can take care of himself in the future. You derail that child.
Most of us, our parents told us something,
and it's from a good place.
You mentioned something at the beginning. You said you felt nobody ever mentored you, coached you on finances.
That's one.
Now, most of our parents had this mindset. They felt Nigeria was going to be, the world will remain the same.
Yes.
So, what do they tell us? Study hard. Get good grades. Get a job. And good salary.
Yes. And that all of them followed each other. If you study hard, you get good grades. And if you get good grades, you get a good job.
And if you get a good job,
you marry
you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
They forgot about inflation.
Yeah,
they forget about
inflation
and evolution. They forget about that
evolution.
Life that
because where they were coming from, there was no education.
So you see why I'm saying that we need to.
Their fathers didn't actually go to school. If you check
most of them.
So you see, depending on the age. So most of them were the first or the second to attain education, and education was light, or it's still light.
Yes, it's still light. Yes.
Education, civilization brought education, brought medicine, brought everything. Industrialization. So they saw it. What do you do? The colonial masters go through education, get good grades. It will give you a good job. Yeah. While most of them were in university, they were already giving. So as you're coming out from the university, you are being poached.
Yeah, that's why they could marry early.
So they didn't think of even those ones that were in business. They want most of traders. They want their. To
enter that, yes, they looked at this whole 9 to 5 as the place to be.
So when the world started changing,
it has been changed,
and
speed.
Now, there's something my dad told me one day. He said, "I want you to get a job in one of the government agencies." I said that they say that man that wants to help me get a job should give my wife a job. She said, "What's wrong with you?" I told you I don't need a job. There's a lifestyle that I've always envisaged. I want to live.
Yeah.
So my wife now told me, why don't you take this? I said, if you take this job, we'll go beyond Maraba and can't stay. Is that where you want to stay? At the outskirts. Let me know those people, wealthy people live there. But the outskirts. Is that where you want to stay? He said, no. I said, okay. See, but this man is offering. I said, that man should give you the job. If he loves my father so much. Never gave her the job. So one day I came back. My father said, in Igbo, he said, Onyala no chie. A madman and his mind. They are together.
They are together, working together.
That when someone is doing something, there is something he has seen. When you are trying to deviate, they think you are mad. So eventually, I told myself, see, my CV, everything is alpaca. Keep. And I had to study in the environment. What moves market in the town where I am?
Yeah.
What services
See
can
that
I
you
render?
were your own backup.
What services can I render for people to pay me?
See this thing. It's still about value and services.
I moved away. So I'm still experiencing that multidimension. Like if I tell you all the things that I want to be, that would be like 7 episodes. Each episode I will give you one dimension that if I start explaining that dimension, you believe that
You're already living in it.
Yeah.
I will explain everything, tell you everything. But if I want to do that, I'll be like, I'm a businessman. I have hospitality, construction, real estate. I still want to do was a confessionary. And in each of them, but in each of them, you still see your path of self. On your quiet moment, you'll be like, "Hi, I really want to do this." And do you know how life torments you?
It will.
It will always come. You might be on your own.
Yeah,
Next thing, maybe on your phone, something will come out. Be like, if I do this. Meanwhile,
You see a part of you there. Yeah.
You want to start, but there's something like you can't take all hands and put in your mouth. So what are we being taught? Focus on one. Let that one stand out. Then when that one stands out, you'll be able to divert. So you have people running that one.
Yeah.
So, but also timing. You ask yourself, when? How old am I?
That's why. So this is another talk.
So there is that thing that we discuss. So you shouldn't look at your age.
Keep fire.
All we need to do is what our guy said. Never let the old man in.
Never let the old man in, my brother.
Keep being young.
Yeah, keep
do
being young.
everything
Yes. Live as a young man.
to live young, to stay young, physically, spiritually,
And
all the
very key, very key.
Yes.
all the alleys.
So that you'll be able to achieve. Kentucky, when did he
start? Yeah.
So we need to.
So think of Warren Buffett.
Yes.
I was watching him
as
yesterday.
old as he is.
I was watching him 2 days ago, and the way he was, I'm like,
he was moving.
the way this guy was
There's one
vibrant.
thing. He still has a lot. See, let me tell you. When you let that old man in,
No, you
physically, you start having anxiety, psychologically, everything.
Yes.
Because you feel you're too old.
You're old.
But when you see, there are
This thing
people
is
that
mind,
went
though.
for their masters at the age of 60, 70.
Yes.
Because they refuse.
It's the mind. It's
their
the mind.
Meanwhile,
It's the
there are
mind.
people that have dementia at the age of 70.
Yes. The mind.
Yes, some. It's not as if they've stopped.
We're not true.
But if you're lucky to be healthy, keep being healthy, keep being strong, keep
And
pushing.
keep doing what is. I mean, so you go to the gym. I mean, everybody here goes to the gym.
I work out, yes.
You work
I
out.
do.
I do. I'm just. There are a lot of people who think they don't have the time.
No, if you want the time, you create the time.
So my
I keep
point
telling
is,
people. And some people
How
think mistakenly you going to the gym that because you want to look good. They don't know
that's a byproduct too.
Looking good is a byproduct.
It's a byproduct, but I think that it's just like saying I don't have the time to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? Because nature has made us in such a way that we have to be active for your metabolism to. So the older you get, your metabolism is dropping. Now you're spending time sitting on a chair, AC is blowing you, you're thinking it's life before you know anything. It's important to enter into an environment where at least you rev your body.
Yeah, you put pressure.
On your body, and there is a way you feel. If we go into the issue of even mental health issues, depression and all that stuff. I remember when I started going to the gym, back to back. It was when I lost my dad. I lost my cousin, I lost my grandmother. The same I know I entered into
a realm.
Like I was sinking, and I went to the hospital. My cholesterol had spiked up, my cortisol. So that was where they suggested that you
have to
enter this. You have to.
At the age of, there's
lifestyle.
something that happens before you hit 40.
Yeah, you told me that thing before this thing happened, and this thing was happening to me at 39.
What happens?
That before you hit 40,
there must be a healthcare.
Something will.
If you are not, unless you take it for granted, but if there's somebody that you notice that before, just maybe a year, months, your body will just tell you,
or even as you just
be careful. Just be careful.
So
It can be malaria.
But the malaria will get different level.
No, the malaria, you'll be asking yourself, is this malaria? Then if you now do further tests,
you now see
a lot of things that you don't want to see.
Yes. That will now
then you now tell yourself
early
What should I do?
Yeah.
It's my other brother in US that
Things are
told me that
not the same, man.
so you need to
things are not the
understand.
same.
So you need to your sight.
Yeah.
You can't. You just do
just-
like this.
yeah.
You know. So So there's so many things associated
just start
with,
to
and that's
change.
another.
That's another thing.
Do you understand? You cherish peace.
My brother.
You cherish calm place.
Yeah,
So you go to the gym for your mental health
Yeah.
first, where you clear your mind.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
you, while you're driving to the gym, a lot of things are in your mind,
Yeah.
bills and everything responsibility. And when you just step in there,
And stretch that mind,
somebody
man.
can even just by stepping in,
Yeah.
maybe the coach will be like, "Hey, bro, what's up? Now,
Yeah.
how's everything?"
And
You just be like, deal.
Yeah.
It starts.
There's something
from
about
there.
it,
But
yeah.
if you start home, you
Start
sink
thinking
into
about you
depression.
sing.
But you step out to socialize, to network.
Yeah.
It's like you're walking.
Yeah.
Why are you also working on your body?
But yes,
your
yes.
mind
You're
is
in a community.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're in a community.
Yeah. And there's just
So-
something when you start pushing yourself, on a particular exercise, whatever it is, it could be that you are bench pressing, you're on the treadmill, whatever. They trying to hit the goal. Okay, so you're on a treadmill and you're running and you want to do 30 minutes. It gets harder as you keep going.
Yeah.
And it's freaking boring. And you're on that thing. To push yourself, you need to put your mind in a state to get to that place. If not, you can easily as well stop. That thing you do to your mind, that thing you do stretches your mind and pulls out all those depression and everything. That's why
Everything is-
Jeff Bezos
is
said
the
something.
mind.
He said when they asked him about the fact that he now goes to the gym and all, he said something. He said he realized that nobody ever went to the gym and came out unhappy.
No, it's true.
Nobody goes to the gym and after gym comes out and say, I wish I did not go to the gym. Everybody always says,
I felt
good.
I
it
feel
felt good.
I feel good.
There's something it does to you.
Feel good.
Just like sometimes these days now, I don't know my wife, I don't know whether she's, like Emeka is like she's preparing for one Olympic or the way in the morning clocking, bam, and I'll just be there looking at her like, what is this?
She's an accountability partner.
So it has, and I started that energy.
Okay.
Yeah, I started that energy for her where I was like, okay, so I even downshifted. So okay, for it to work for you, let's be going together earlier. She struggled. Me at the point, me and nosedive. Now she has throttled up. Now, so me now I've picked up. But what am I saying? That this thing about don't let the old man in is that you must start navigating a lifestyle that keeps you young, keeps you sound, keeps you up, and it's not just even reading. Even I was sitting down one day and he sent me a message that let me send him the works of Plato, the works of Aristotle, the works, and I was like, well, that was going on here. Do you understand? But that's it. To be able to give more, we must more. You must have to give.
Yes.
And you must expand your mindset. Because some people think that when you are reading, it's like you are just what you are doing when you are reading these works is that you are thinking out the box. It's taking you out of your norm.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And so one guy said something. I did a clarity retreat at some point. I think that has been such a profound, for this time, it was such a profound thing. He said that this retreat, I did it probably 2021, maybe 2021, that was like 5 years ago. And he shared this thing and he said it so powerful. And I think as a parent, it's a very important one.
Yeah.
He said, this thing you were talking about, the speed of change. He said he has realized that it's not to tell our children what to do, where to this and that. The greatest skill we can give our children right now is the skill of learning how to learn and how to unlearn. That skill in and of itself, because he's saying he was saying it then that the next 5 years, what we think is what will give you what you want might have gone obsolete. So think about the next 10 years when our children, you have put your child through something that has structured the child's mind.
And the child needs
Well,
to
the person
unlearn.
cannot
And that's what's
unlearn.
affecting most of us.
Do you understand?
The
That's
difficult-
it. That's difficult.
So it's like
We
that
talked
thing
about
that say, the Western people say breaking out of the matrix.
Breaking out of the matrix. Yeah, that's it.
So you've been structured to live life like this. So the ability to say, man, no, this is not the way.
Yeah.
I've been living
like this.
like
So even
this.
see that
Can I try?
yeah, a new way.
Can I try this?
And that, I think that's where the breakthrough comes in.
Yes.
It takes a lot of courage
Yes.
to
Yes.
you know, live outside the
Yes.
box, think
Yes.
outside the
Yes.
box, and
Yes.
do something like
Different.
It's just
Different.
like what people now do. Before, streaming wasn't a thing. Somebody thought of it. I will do my streaming. Do you understand? I will do my streaming.
Yeah.
Let me do my streaming. People abused him, everything. And today, so
It's a
the
new now.
ability, the courage
Courage to be different.
to be different.
Yeah.
And
Stand for what you
And
believe.
stand for what you believe, man.
Work towards it. You know?
And like you said, I always say it, to believe that voice that is speaking inside you, which only makes sense to only you.
It's only you. That's why you'll be called a
It takes
madman.
courage to follow. I always tell people, for all of us, there is a burning bush that is calling us. But most of us, Moses saw his own and went there, and he got his purpose. Most of us see that burning bush and look at what is happening with the crowd and try to fit in.
That's why you
Crowd.
ask
decline
God,
it.
give me the courage. Open my eyes to see the opportunities
Yes.
that you've laid before me.
Yes.
Give
That
me
which
the
is my own.
courage
That which is my
to go
path.
through that door and grab that opportunity, the knowledge to
Yes.
utilize it,
Yes.
the wisdom to
Yes.
expand it.
Yes.
Most times we see opportunity, but we say, what if it doesn't work?
Right.
What if it works?
Mhm.
You see, fear,
Puts you down.
fear, doubt,
Yeah.
fear, doubt. That's the
Fear
killer
holds
of
you
it.
down.
Yeah.
Holds you down. What if it doesn't work?
Fear, my
I
brother.
understand, because we've been subjected to live in a survival mode. Okay, what if I do this investment and what if it fails? How will I bounce back?
Engage.
Do you understand that fear?
I get.
How will
It's
I
a very
bounce
strong
back?
fear. It's a very strong fear.
Do you understand?
Because see, whether we like it or not, there's a way we have positioned ourselves and our lives that we don't want to, drop
Make
from.
a-
Yeah, you don't want to go into a situation where.
Navigate to something else. You're not
Yes,
sure.
the funny thing is, it comes to mind that really most times it's because we're social beings. That's why we try to live in a way considering everybody. Now, if you think of, a friend said, if you focus on your needs, not your wants, you'd always have everything sorted out for you to be able to go after that which you want to go. Now, I look at the story of the wealthiest man in the world today, and a lot of people have not read this man's story. That at a point he had billions sitting in his account, but he had a calling that did not make sense to anybody, just him. And he put that whole money into it. So if we don't have, that's why I'm saying, if we don't have the faith, because that guy has practiced that statement where they said, if you had faith as little as a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain,
Be down.
guy, fall out, and it will fall out. So he has created a sheep, almost how many tons big, the biggest sheep, and he has created something that can hold it. Like, the fact that he thought it, that this is possible, he started doing it. So I'm saying that most times looking at that guy should tell us, do you understand, that we must have the courage to answer that voice inside us.
There's something he did. He did exactly what God told Abraham to do.
Leave.
He left South Africa. If that guy was in South Africa,
wouldn't
he wouldn't have become. So he moved to an environment that will enable him to achieve his dreams and vision.
However, we have to note that these things depend, because there are people who, in Nigeria, for instance, have from scratch built their.
No.
So, based on what you just said, which I agree is,
Depending on the
to
field.
know your dream, what is your calling might not be
passion.
here.
It might not be here.
It might not be here. So that's why when I see
You might
people
need
that
to leave.
yes, you might need to leave, and that's why I say
get
when people are wanting to
To
leave,
get
and
the
so-
opportunity.
I have
The
an issue with the
direct
person
opportunity.
who is like, okay, should I stay? Should I leave? That means you're following the crowd. That's what it is. But there's some people that deep down they know this place is not for me.
Yeah,
It's a different ball game.
we're going.
Do you understand?
And
Something is
many
calling
left.
you.
So many left.
Yes.
And they forgot that their calling is here.
Do you understand?
And
Many
they're
left,
suffering over
and they're
there.
suffering over there. Do you understand? So I think these are important things for us to understand and to take into cognizance for even our kids, and also for younger people to realize that, man, you have to. Today we're in the world of social media. You're scrolling, and it is forming your
narrative.
It's dropping.
Forming your
worldview. It's dropping
your worldview.
Either it encourages or it discourages.
Yes.
Either it puts fear into you or it inspires
It's
you.
even controlling you.
It's controlling
you. Because those things you are seeing that's why they call them influencers.
Yeah. They are
showing
culture.
They are shaping
your mind.
Yeah.
They are shaping culture.
So you must try and step out. So I mean, at the end of the day, what are we saying? We are saying that, as young men, and not just even young men, even as there's a lot that is expected, shaping society. Society will be shaped by us, not by any other thing. And also not just us, but for us to grow, to be also to guide the next generation is a responsibility we owe, because the world we have today is because some people gave their life, paid the price. We have a phone today because certain people
paid the price.
So if there's a call for something to be in the future, and that call is in you have to listen to it. That's where that wealth you're looking for, whatever it is you're looking for, that's where everything is. So I don't know. I just think that's a key thing too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think
most
that's
times we're scared of who we have our dreams, our visions. That person that has gone ahead of us to be living out that dream that we have, that vision.
Yeah,
we see that person and we are too scared. To become whom we're meant to be or whom we desire to be. You want to be a multi-billionaire, and one day you are just thinking in your thoughts and you realize, man, you just saw yourself in private jet and everything, and you become so scared.
How did
that? Yeah.
No. This is too much for me.
Too much.
It's too much for me.
Yeah, you go. The responsibility.
It's too much. So it scares some of us, and no. And another thing, we are scared of the sacrifices that
comes with those things.
Yeah. Even your partner could also be a hindrance to your vision and dream.
This is another one now.
Yes, it could be a hindrance to your success. Not out of some is out of fear, some is out of love, some is out of I'm going to lose this person.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe the way you talk to your partner about your dreams and vision, your partner will be like, if this woman or this man goes through this part, I won't be able to control. That's losing control. I won't be able to control. I won't be able to
have a say.
So the partner won't even
discourage it.
It will start. No, might not even discourage, but not even encourage.
Because that encouragement is key.
But there is a partner that says, do it, move. Yes, you should do it this way, do it this way. You see that partner really wants you to. That is part of success. So whoever you marry is part of your success.
So these are not easy
your decision marriage. When it comes to marriage, you need to know who you're marrying. Is it somebody that will encourage you, or is this somebody that will just keep mute? Let's not even say discourage.
Discourage is not saying, but the person that will
can be indifferent.
The
person can be indifferent.
And there is nothing.
Who be envying you?
No, quiet.
That's another one.
It's envy because maybe you don't sabi your own. Me, I never sabi my own.
Yeah, that's another one.
Envy is another.
That's another
one.
Subtly. You guys now start competing.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Do you understand? And maybe to fall out one day during activity.
Yeah.
Of course. Because when you start even it's subtle, and it will come from the person will be dropping,
small comments.
Home responsibility. You are here doing meanwhile. This is there. This is
it's subtle.
You know that cowboy rope where they use. They don't fool you, man. Invisible rope.
Because you won't even know.
Yeah.
Subtle.
So I mean, it's what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. So for me, in summary, just thinking about the question you asked, what would you have done better? As we start to draw the curtain is, and it's all linking it up with all we have said. Maybe we shouldn't have been too careful because too careful just so that we don't lose maybe a direction or something that we have
structured
that we have found. We are now careful to move,
too rigid,
too careful to dream,
Yes.
careful to act.
Yeah.
You're careful.
You're too careful.
You're
Yeah,
just
true.
too careful.
And it's a thing.
Yeah,
It's
it is a thing because you just
You're
never
not ready to. You will not take a lot of risks.
a lot exactly because you're just too careful. I don't want to lose God. I don't want to make a mistake now that will be too careful. Because there are a lot of people who have thrown that structure and that bullseye. They've thrown it away and they have walked into
I tell you,
multi-dimensions of wealth.
Yeah.
Because they have the courage to walk into anything, try anything,
believe
stake
themselves.
anything, stake anything. If I need to stake my last 10 million naira for a transaction, they stake it and they don't care. And guess what? They walk away with $1 billion.
Yes.
Do you understand? They walk away with something, and you yourself, you have been careful. This work I have, let me be doing it. Oh, hear story. This small business let me just remain here.
Now, guess this work you have. One day now they say, "Oh, Trump has taken over." Blah 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 blah. They need to downside.
See how many people have been,
Now you are forced to. You are forced to
go and dust your.
Well, to also, since we are drawing the curtain close, one statement: fear cripples faith.
Very key.
Fear
cripples faith.
I keep saying it. People think faith is all about prayer.
No.
You remember from the Bible story.
Show me your works by your faith.
Moses told Joshua and Caleb, go to the promised land. What is there? Aspires.
Yeah.
So some men
when
they say
their
no,
fears, true.
Giants, they will take us.
True. The accounts they give.
Joshua and Caleb, when they say,
you see those
people who delivered us.
Yeah. You see those people?
Who will run them
rich.
through. Say we'll run them through.
We'll be all right.
If they followed the courage of Joshua and Caleb, they would have entered the promised land earlier.
These stories.
It's not as if they didn't get to the promised land.
Earlier.
Do you remember what happened? Joshua and Caleb, God told Moses, you see Caleb, he must see this promised land and give him his own portion of land. Joshua was the one that finished the race, the journey.
You see,
one of the greatest things is our hindrance is fear. Battle of the mind.
Yeah.
There is a book by Joyce Meyer. I've read it. Battle of the mind.
Yeah.
You see, we need to unlearn certain things, some beliefs. We need to challenge ourselves.
Yeah. Because this fear is also, let me say it this way, it's almost a slap on God's face.
Yeah.
Because why do I say so? Even the Bible story is a story of the human life. You see, the wilderness journey is a story of the life we live. You see, this fear, God has shown us time from our growing up. He has definitely given us example where we experienced him. You know that this situation that just happened now in your life is not normal. You have experienced it not once,
there is a divine intervention.
There is a divine intervention. However, when certain things meet you forget it.
You are meant to use it as a test.
That's supposed to be what it is.
That
if this could happen, it's supposed to give you the courage for you to propel further. But we do that same thing the Israelites were doing in the wilderness. That's a journey of 40 days took them 40 years. So we have to be deliberate to challenge our fears. Face them, challenge them head on. I talked about this story. I always say it. The world, a lot of people hate Elon now. He entered, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, yes, I agree you hate him. Go and read his story. For you to see a man without fear, how that man operates in the craziest way. And I say, you see where he is, it is the level of faith he had. And that's still the call for us that, you get to a point where you came here with nothing. What can you give?
Yeah.
what is the level of fit? What is the level? How can you stretch yourself? When you think of that, you put it, and the thing about it is that when you start giving those things, you start growing. And before you know anything, you leave that, you're able to experience that fulfilled life. However, I also want to say that in doing that, your life has to be well grounded all round in such a way that we said something earlier. You're not doing that and you neglect your family. You're not doing that and you neglect your wife. You're not doing that and you neglect other things.
I think that's if you can't have a broken home and call yourself successful.
That's another one.
That's it.
The success is not about money.
It's an all-round thing. It's a journey. Yeah.
Let's use the word prosperity.
Yeah. You prospered in your journey.
You look at your children, you look at your wife, you look at everything is all together. I think that's prosperity.
Yeah.
A lot of people have billions and they're suffering because they can't even talk to their children.
Yeah.
They are not prosperous, they're not successful. That's, I think, really, you need to, it's a bit of everything.
Oh.
Do you understand? Being together.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Being one with each other. You understand? Yeah. So you can't say, imagine that you say you're a wealthy man and they go back to your hometown. You've never given anything back to the society. You're not successful.
Yeah.
You've not traded, but you've not contributed to the society. You're not successful. If you're successful, you get to an extent, you contribute, even if it's the life of one person.
Something, you do something. You have
go
to
to the medical side. You understand
something. To him, much is given, much is expected.
Absolutely. And when you now on your at old age, you'll be like, yes.
Your legacy. Yeah.
I've done my part. Yeah. I've done my part.
So I think
That's it.
It is what it is. Thank you, Chino, for coming on. Hope to have you.
We hope to have
more of you. More topics.
More of you.
Thank you for the invite.
Yeah. All right.
I really appreciate for this opportunity.
Yeah, great stuff. You're welcome.
It is what it is. It is what it is. By Victor and Casey.